What's going on, people? It's Cross Visions Production Live. About to go over a few things. The coronavirus, Kobe assassination. Cardi B feels like entertainers are faking that they have the coronavirus. She's an entertainer herself. Why would she say that? Why was she going to go over the government agenda for this whole situation of the coronavirus, things that they may not be saying, things that they may not be letting us know. They're telling us that they want to siphon this money due to the lack of people working. But um, why would they try to siphon us money without telling us about the asteroids that are approaching the Earth, or how ships are lining up along the coast of America? Like, we're preparing for war. We're bringing more troops back home, but we're putting more troops into the streets. It's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, welcome in. Welcome to the live, people. Need people to come in, hit like, hit subscribe. Just hit like, hit subscribe. We're gonna uncover some stuff today, people. Normally on my next live cast, I'm gonna have a screen behind me that's gonna show all the different headlines I talk about and the different facts I uncover. You know what I'm saying? So you can see it in plain view for yourself. You don't just think I'm trying to sell you some rhetoric from something that I'm making up. These are actual facts. And the first fact we're going to start with is the cross translation of COVID. You put COVID inside the translator and translate it in Hebrew. It comes back in the Hebrew connotation, which is the Hebrew form, or like if I was to write red, the connotation for red would be RED. So the letter structure form of it. So you take Kavid and you put it in the translation and you put it for Hebrew, and it comes back as the connotation of it. How it's written in Hebrew. Well, you put that written connotation into the translator for English, and it comes back as code. This has been wildly all over the internet and everything, so I thought I'd bring it up as well. But even when you get the Hebrew translation for Kobe, it comes back as Kabe. It's kind of crazy. Let me roll up, my blunt right quick, before we hop deeper into it. But there's different games in geometric, or as they like to call geometry, codes that are out here. What is geometry? Geometry is the language of the universe in numbers. The perfect example of the language of the universe in numbers is like when Neo in the Matrix, the first Matrix. If you haven't seen the first Matrix, please go and see it. But just like in the first Matrix with Neo, at the end, when he chose not to die, he chose to choose his path. He chose to say no. So in doing that, he's seen the world for what it truly was in numbers, a numerical code that runs the universe. So, and excuse me if you see me looking down. I'm trying to get used to looking in the camera and not look at myself. Subconscious thoughts. Saying guide the transition of actions of the human body. Let me not go too far over here. But yeah. But in turn, with this geometry or geometric code, uh, those who run the world or rule the world are able to dictate the world through codes and sacrifice. This is the written but unwritten language of, we want to say, secret society. Some may say Illuminati. Some may just say the Zionists. Some may just say the Jews. But those who run the world run it at a geometric pace, which means everything has additions, subtractions, no remainders, which means everything has to equal out to be all in the equation, because it must be a balance. The universe has a balance. The universe has a balance. If you set it out of balance, then you will surely perish as well. So a lot of these sacrifices and things are done within a geometric code, you know. That's why you see certain crazy numbers when shit, you know what I'm saying, happen. Or like with the Tupac, he was in the hospital when he got shot the last time, but he died in 7 days. You know what I'm saying? It's a geometric code that they must go by when completing these sacrifices. Same thing with the dates of the release of the coronavirus. Like Cardi B said, coronavirus, coronavirus. For real. Coronavirus. But just like with the release of that, you know, it's all released on certain dates. It's all released for a certain transition. Like right now, if you Google right now, scientists say there are asteroids heading straight towards the Earth, straight towards the Earth, which means that we about to get hit. So y'all tell me about a virus, but nobody tell me that we about to get hit. You know what I'm saying? So we worrying about 19 and asteroids about to hit us. But one thing I did really want to touch on that was just crazy to me was that Cardi B feels like other celebrities are acting like they don't really have it. Okay, that's crazy to me because it's like, what do you mean you're a celebrity too? How do you feel that they're acting? How do you feel that they're putting on a show unless you know a show when you see it? Unless you know something deeper, but you just can't keep your mouth shut, you know. And trust me, and best believe DC with these societies, Shorty gonna get reprimanded for this shit, her loud ass mouth. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't like say it like that because I got love for Cardi, but equal I need. But I in liking her, you know, I don't want her to get fucked up by the society she in. So that's why I say it like that. But there's an agenda that's at play that's transpiring right in front of our eyes. You know, there's an agenda that's at hand that many of us can't really see. To be honest with you, a lot of us can tell the different facts that we find out, the different hidden knowledge that we see that they're using. But in true and actuality, they've been having this plan for over 1,000 years. They're implementing this plan of technology and control and what's it called? Stay home, stay safe, executive orders to initiate the control of the human being, just like in the Matrix when he said when Morpheus said they want to turn the human body into hold on. I might got it, people. Hold on, I might got it. I got you. I got it. Hold on. It ain't gonna be like the one Morpheus had. But he said they want to turn the human body into this. You know, this is a battery out of my. This ain't no Duracell like he had. But, you know, they were advertising or whatever. But they want to turn the human body into this. I'm sorry, people. I had a interference in my. We power the system. You know, the system that we live in is a grid, and we power it. So, empowering this grid, they want to be able to control what sections of the grid is power, what parts of the grid is has no power, what has true power. And the reason why they want to regulate this is because they want to build the world that they desire. And this plan has been in place for thousands of years to turn the human being into a battery. Even the fashion of racism that happened. White people were racist against black people and put us in chains, whipped us, all things like that. It was part of a greater agenda to in a sense, in the ending run, get white people trapped as well. This has nothing to do with color, or race. This has everything to do with being a human, for real. To control people, to control a population, to do as you see fit with people, and basically overall rule the world. And the crazy thing about it is, I'm rolling up a blunt, I'm smoking because, they'll cut off my live if I sound too political, too conspiracy wise. They mess with my connection. I don't want that to happen. So I have to show that, I'm not totally intelligent. I'm not, who I say I am. I'm just a I'm just a nigga that's just saying some shit I seen online. But I'm also disseminating the information to the masses for those who haven't heard it, those who haven't acquired it, those who haven't seen it, for them to also figure it out and, what I'm saying, to see it as well. See what I see through my divine eye, because we all living through one divine eye, you know. We are all just tools in a bigger game, you know. But with everything that's going on, we look deeper and we try to find an explanation for it. Human brain connects dots to find an explanation for that in which they cannot explain, you know. So the the reason that we search for, some may say conspiracy, some may say conspiracy, some may say it's all meant to be, some may say it's Bible prophecy, you know. But this is the human brain trying to rationalize what the fuck is going on. When really what the fuck is going on is we're being manipulated and controlled by a system of people that rule the world. This internet is the greatest tool they have to do that. You know, we can also disseminate information to the masses through this internet. And, just like my live page right now. But if I can do this with my power, then what can they do with their power? If I can get on here and say what I want, disseminate information to make some people believe me or not, then I wonder what they can do. I always wonder that. So well, let's get deeper. Let's dive deeper. I'm freestyling. It's the first live cast. I do my podcast. That's on Spotify and Google Listen. It's called Cross Visions Podcast. Check out the different information. Me and my homeboy Black Magic, we disseminate the best information to the masses. But this is gonna be my new show. It's called Cross Visions Livecast. To where I want to get my thoughts raw and uncut, and things that I see and hear raw and uncut as well. So right now the Congress is trying to reach a deal. If you see me I'm looking at the screen. I got a big screen in front of me. You know what I'm saying? I got my big screen TV in front of me. So it got all my news headlines on it. I'm gonna have it behind me next time. You know what I'm saying? But Congress right now is trying to reach an agreement of whether or not Americans that are out of work should receive a $1,200 or $1,500 stipend check. Now, they're sitting up trying to decide whether we should get a check or not. And they're sitting here literally debating and arguing with each other on what's right and what's wrong. Like, what is the argument? There's people that's out of work. There's people that have no money. There's people that's going in debt. What is the argument? For humanity's sake, you should send it. For humanity's sake, you should push it through. But it's different agendas that wants to get their, I won't say point, but their progressive agenda across, which is bullshit, which shows you that all these politicians are full of shit. You know, all these politicians are full of shit. I love Obama. I knew he was full of shit. So he followed them other motherfuckers. But I knew Obama couldn't do, because he's a black man, he couldn't do what he wanted to do. I just love the fact he was in office. So little black boys and babies, little black boys and girls was able to see a black man, even Hispanic boys and girls, Asian, people of the minority, was able to see a minority get to the highest seat in the office out of the future. But in the whole aspect of it, they're discussing our livelihood. People are out here dying and struggling, and they're sitting up arguing about our livelihood. You see the power the government or these control systems have on us? You see the power they have on us? Well, really, this should be a majority decision. We're all fucked up. Everybody who wants the money to be disseminated, call this number and press one. Or everybody line up and come cast their vote. Or just we have mainstream media. You can go on Facebook and take a poll of who wants it and who doesn't. You know, it's just a certain way that the people can get out their opinion, their decision, without politicians who are selected and put in that seat, who bought their way in that seat, decide for us. You know, it's gonna become a true problem when it's only a true problem when the rich pockets are affected. You know, if their pockets are affected, then for sure they're going to most definitely want the money sent out. The only reason why they're actually debating for it is because do we really want to give the American people this money? Do we really want to show them that we can really look out for them? Do we really want to show them what we can do to sustain them and keep them up? That would show them that they're really working in circles for pennies and less. When we all could have free room and board and work to flourish and put money deeper into our economy, so we all can have, you know, the rich and the poor, the classism, and this classism that separates everyone is the reason why uh, the classism that separates everyone is the reason why it's a hold up in Congress right now for why they don't want to send us out the money, you know. But let me get into the COVID-19, the coronavirus. So with the coronavirus, it's kind of crazy. You can look up yourself. The reason why Kobe was assassinated, and you can say what you want. He took the helicopter at the wrong time. The pilot didn't see through the fog and crashed inside of a mountain. Anyway, but you can say what you want. But the actual facts and news reports, when you go to news reports of Kobe's crash, they said that he descended 350 feet within 6 seconds. That sounds like a remote access. Someone tapped in, you know, and they did a turn within 3 seconds to crash. So 9 second crash. Didn't even try. You could say he probably about to run into the mountain, so he tried what he could do. But why would you pull up? Why would you pull it down instead of pulling up if you're running into a fucking mountain? It's on the news report. News report. You know. I like to that's why I like to have my screen behind me. So I can play this. So you can hear it yourself. On April 10th. I'm sorry for the commercial. But you can hear it yourself. I want you to hear it. Ready PG in theaters and at home on demand. April 10th. This morning, the NTSB says Kobe Bryant's luxury helicopter was not equipped with critical safety technology, a terrain avoidance warning system, or TAWS. Terrain, pull up. TAWS is common on commercial aircraft, and for years, the NTSB has recommended it for large passenger helicopters. But the FAA has not ordered the change. Investigators say it may have helped prevent this crash.
Certainly, TAWS could have helped to provide information to the pilot on what terrain the pilot was flying in.
The chopper also did not have black boxes, a cockpit voice, or flight data recorder that could have provided critical information about why the pilot crashed. On Tuesday, investigators removed pieces of the wreckage from this rugged hillside, as well as the final remains now identifies 4 of them, including Kobe Bryant and the pilot 50-year-old Zabayan, a veteran aviator and instructor who was certified for both visual and instrument flight rules. Jacob Chambers was one of his students.
Ara was the most capable pilot.
The most capable.
He was. There was nothing that he couldn't do. He was extremely safe all the time. Safety first.
So why was he flying in potentially dangerous weather? As thick clouds and fog moved in Sunday morning, trouble came fast. Flight data indicates the chopper dropped 350 feet in just 6 seconds, making a quick left turn and accelerating, slamming into the hillside at 176 miles per hour. The question now, did Zabayan become disoriented in the clouds, or was there a mechanical problem?
Does Zabayan become disoriented in the clouds, or was it a mechanical problem? It said they dropped 350 feet in 6 seconds, then increased in speed and turned and hit in the side of the mountain. If you about to go into a fucking mountain, why you pulling down? That means you running into that motherfucker on purpose. They said it was the pilot disoriented or black failure of. This is one of the best pilots. They just praised him. They just praised the pilot. Now they ask him, was he disoriented? This motherfucker know he got to fly, Kobe. He ain't disoriented for shit. And he dropped when you go to the fuck, here's a fucking mountain. Here's the fucking helicopter. What the fuck I'm gonna drop down and try to go around it? What the fuck I'm gonna pull the fuck up, nigga? I ain't even a goddamn helicopter pilot and I know that shit. Come on, man. Kobe was murdered. We got that out the way. Kobe was murdered. Okay? So since we got that out the way that Kobe was murdered, we want to know why he was murdered. We want to know why. Kobe, why were you murdered? What the fuck did you do? Because I could pull up all type of pictures of you with the dying, your name, the Black Mamba serpent. Your Kobe logo was like the Baphomet symbol and shit with the 2 wings. That's your Kobe logo. So you fell in order. You did exactly what you know what I'm saying? You did your sacrifice when they try to accuse you of rape. They had to humiliate you. You did your humiliation. So why the fuck did they kill you? That's the fucking question. If anybody followed the agenda, you know what I'm saying, Kobe did his thing. He ain't never barked back. But why did they kill him? The reason why they killed him, that week that Kobe was killed, he had a court case. And he was suing a pharmaceutical company. You can look this up. Everyone is saying this, but this is true fact. He was suing a pharmaceutical company, was part of the big 3 pharmaceutical companies in the country, more so in the world, because they're trying to create a drug or they were going to release a product called the Black Mamba. And it wasn't about his name stamped on it that he was suing them for. Or it was his name that he was suing for, but it wasn't his name on the product that made him want to sue. It was the fact that he found out that product was being pushed with opioids in it to get people hooked so they can keep continuously taking it. Exposing, therefore, the drug. This is one of the big 3 drug industries. Exposing them for giving us drugs. Now, these same big 3, the same drug industry that he had to go to court with are the motherfuckers that's working on a cure for the fucking COVID-19, the coronavirus. These are the same people working on a cure. The same people that killed Kobe. Look, man, think what you want. Feel how you feel. But the proof is in the pudding, man. Like, they came up with a whole news article right there I just played telling us what happened. But feeling what happened or what they were telling us what was happening, they filling that up with bullshit. They just praised the pilot, say he was one of the best. But then when he was about to run into the mountain, he dropped 350 feet in 6 seconds and made a sharp turn, increasing and accelerating in speed. Then asked, was he disoriented? The motherfucker was the Kobe Bryant of helicopters. Y'all asked him, was he disoriented? No, man. No, man. The motherfucker who makes the helicopter sits on the board of one of those pharmaceutical companies. Yeah. So it was nothing for them to tap into that helicopter and show. The flight data plan was still there to show how it was flown. And the flight data plan, that don't send room for conspiracy. Why the fuck did he drop 350 feet in 6 seconds and accelerating speed turning to hit the side of the fucking mountain? Nigga, that sound like that sound like a remote fucking control, bruh. But hey, what do I know? I'm just here to disseminate the information to the masses. Let everybody else decide for themselves. That's why it's cross vision. You know, you can catch the vision or not. For real. You can see what I see or still see that bullshit. For real, man. For real. But with that, I asked, is this all originally orchestrated? Is it? You tell me. It's the end of my first live cast. I thank y'all for joining the show. I did 27 minutes. I'm about to do another part 2. I'm about to get some more facts and information for y'all together. This live cast was just to show you and let you listen to that one article of that news report to see how they disorientated us on what really happened with Kobe, how Kobe was tied in to this agenda of this virus that's been released, and how they're gonna get the cure to be a chip that's implanted inside of us. Just say the actor, the first couple people that are famous to come out with it were fucking actors, dude. Fuck out of here, man. But thank y'all for listening. Be back with part 2. Part 1 Cross Races live cast. You know, comment, like, and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button. Please hit that subscribe button. All right, I'm out. Yeah.